Alright, before we get into this video, YouTube, this video is for educational purposes only. We do not promote the use or sale of any illegal substances on this channel. Do not recreate anything you see at home, baby. We are trained professionals. Let's get into the video. Peace out.
I messed up my own head and I've been feeling like a ghost when I lay in bed. Emotions rolling like a stone, feeling heavy again. Tell myself all lies, but I won't listen to the truth. I just get way too high. Messed up my own head and I've been feeling like a ghost when I lay in bed. Emotions rolling like a stone, feeling heavy again. Tell myself all lies, but I won't listen to the truth. I just get way too high.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Maple Syrup Nugs back again with another video. Today I've got another e-rig review from Lookah, I think is how you say it, Lookah. They sent me the Dinosaur e-rig. So it's a big ass e-rig that looks like a dinosaur. I'm trying not to get the reflection in it because I got hella light going on in here, but it's got some cool spikes on the side, kind of little tail, little feet. And we're just gonna pop this bad boy open and give it a quick little sesh and a little review and tell you guys how I like it. Magnet top preheat, 950 milliamp, concentrate, 3 variable voltages. Kind of gives you the 3 pieces of the device, right? You slap those together. And yeah, so we're just gonna pop this bad boy open, see how big this thing is. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this thing is decently sized. It looks pretty cool. So we got our coil here, body down here, top up here. This part does look pretty cool. It's pretty big. Base feels pretty heavy. It feels pretty sturdy. We got the button right on the front there. There's a coil that's already in there. And then we get an extra coil with it, I believe. Screw this coil out just like that. And then, you know, replace it. Screw another coil back in if you really need to. Probably a little easier to clean when you're pulling it out and stuff like that and soak it. Hell yeah. Crazy device, man. Alright, so we got it filled up with water. It's kind of got like a recycler thing going on here. So like it's got this little recycler too that brings it back from the head down back into the body, which is pretty cool. So let's get a little function test here. It's not meant to be like a full recycler because I think that's just to catch some of the little bit extra water that happens to come up here because, you know, unless you're really hauling on this thing, it doesn't really get up to the top of the head. Right, and any more hauling would probably just make you kiss the fishes. So it's just a nice little, I guess, safety feature. Not a safety feature, but you know what I mean. Filters any of the extra water that might splash up here back down to it. So that's pretty neat. So loading this thing is a little interesting. I'm going to grab some of this Motor Breath caviar. So you got to take the top off of it to load it, which I don't know if that's my favorite kind of design. It's an interesting design, that's for sure, but we're gonna slap a little dab in there just to see how it works. Pop the top back on. Oh, gonna have to line it up. Sometimes those magnets can attach, and it's not completely straight too. Like it's kind of has like a slight angle to it. Like if you hold it straight on, the dinosaur is kind of looking to the left or the right a little bit. So it's not like completely straight, which obviously doesn't matter, but like I just noticed that right now that it's kind of has a little bit of an angle to it. So let's turn it on. Got the light action there, lights up, looking good, and it cycles through some different colors. So I think you just hold the button, and that's pretty much the only way. I don't think it has a preheat setting. Hold the button down. We got the light going. Oh, I see some smoke coming. Cheers. Oh wow, it kind of like melts into the coil almost. Seems like we got everything kind of like soaked into the coil. I don't know if that makes sense, but let me see if I can take a Q-tip to it or anything, and if it does anything. Yeah, so I don't know if you even really need to Q-tip it or anything, but like, let me show y'all what it did. Whatever the type of coil this is, it like almost like melted like into the coil. I don't know if it's not ceramic, but I don't know what type of coil it is. It's definitely interesting. Dab wise, you don't really need to clean it. Like, can I hold this button while it's like this? Oh, okay. So we got a battery life right there. Yeah, so see how it's just kind of burning from within the coil, I guess. I don't even know, man. We've got 3 different flavors today. I'm almost out though. I need to do a little read, but this is still the little bit of that wax left. Triple flavor. Buddy, that's not how you scoop it.
And then he just leaves it uncovered.
Oh, nice Kate out. Oh yeah, I see a dab ready. Forgot to show this. This is the little built-in dab tool that they have. It's hard to scoop stuff with it. Can't lie. Right where the coil is and where the dab is. Throw that bad boy right in there, bro. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hey, boy, you can't go out there,
You're gonna freeze, mate.
It's cold as fuck out there, boy. You don't want to go out there.
It's fucking fur.
He's like, yeah, I do. There you go. And that motherfucker be ripping. Oh, yeah. Woo.
Take a look here. She talked about her dropping her head. Boom. Times it perfect. Right on the chin.
God
And she
damn.
grabs the back of the head.
Put it
And
to
that's
sleep.
what really helps.
Boom, bang.
I mean, it's like a tie punch uppercut.
Hey, oh.
He was
Right
enthralled
hits,
with
baby.
countrymen Jose Aldo and Anderson Silva. And after he joined the gym, he started taking as many and that experience that he believes led him here to the UFC.
Be fucking careful, mate. Cheers. I carb it by just taking it off a little bit. A little bit
That's
of
where
the
I get
peanut butter breath left.
That's where my shit.
That's where these are from too.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it goes for like 10 seconds, and I guess it has a built-in safety feature.
And then he kind of woke back up only to eat a few more finishing shots.
So left hook right on the button. That sits him down.
No sauce is criminal, bro. Look at this punk ass fucking serving of fries you get from Popeyes now. The delivery man took forever, bro. But we got it. Sandwich is kind of cold. God damn it.
The fight would play out.
Yeah, low-key, I was waiting for the spins. So I'm kind of setting it up a little bit, but
God damn.
maybe I was doing pretty good with the distance, so he didn't really ever throw it because he didn't want to just like.
All right, buddy wanted to rip something for the vlog. Wait, hold on. Show it in the fucking camera first. Show your bowl. Show your bowl. Oh, he's got the Batman bowl. What do you got going on in there though?
We got some space cookies on the bottom, pink space cookies, and Fruity Fruity on top.
All right, let's see it, buddy. Let's fucking see it. Oh yeah. This is what we do in the Discord. We rip big old bowls with these big old hats on in Canada. Hey, come on, you got it. Keep running. Let me see one big. Yeah.
Very nice.
Alright, Maple Mob, this one is for my hash heads out there. I've got the Greasy Afghan Black Hash. 2 grams, 42.3% THC, 1.4% on the terpenes. And a couple of them are terpenes that I've never really heard of. We got Camphor, C-A-M-P-H-O-R, Borneol, B-O-R-N-E-O-L, and Fenchone. But you know how we do on this channel. We're going to end off the video with a nice classic hash review. I need to get some more hash and do more hash videos. But I got my mitts on some of this Greasy hash. It's Greazy. So we're just gonna bust it open and give it a try, man. 2 grams of hash averages about like 35 bucks, 30 to 35 bucks depending on the company. And this one, ooh, comes in a nice jar. Typically hash comes in a usually like wax paper or like a bag or whatever. It's been a while since I've seen some black hash that actually comes in a nice little glass jar with a little plastic lid. Oh, look at that. And there's a nice little ball in there. Ooh, fuck, that smells good. Super, super stinky. And it just has like a nice strong hash smell to it. Almost like a mintiness to it, I want to say. Like, it doesn't smell like mint, but it has that like piercing strong scent that mint would have, if that makes sense. Let's get a close-up on this stuff. So this stuff is looking super, super dark. It's super sticky and wet. Absolutely delicious looking. Perfect little ball that they rolled out here. None of it stuck to the jar or anything, so that's even more beautiful. But yeah, that just looks super, super sick. Look how sticky it is. You can just see my fingers sticking to it like I'm fucking Spider-Man. So there we have it, man. This is some nice, dark, deep brown colors. You know, usually you can see some like light green in some hash, but this one is very, very like almost like dark chocolate looking and smells amazing. Almost smells similar to dark chocolate, not even gonna lie. Almost has like a piney kind of minty smell to it. It's just like not exactly like mint, but like I said, just super strong and piercing the nose. It's super, super terpy hash. Smells delicious, man. So I got some of the GMO here from Nugs. We're gonna throw a little bit of bud into our bubbler here. Honestly, one of my favorite ways to smoke. I know a lot of you guys have been saying, no, we haven't seen you use a bong in a while and blah, 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 blah. It's been a minute since I've used bongs. I don't want to say I've grown out of bongs. I know I built my following taking big bong rips and making content based around bongs. I feel like eventually I'll be back to the bongs, but on a regular basis, I like the art of rolling, and I like using my bubbler. It's just, I know bongs are pretty convenient. It's like take a quick rip, but I found myself smoking so much more and enjoying it so much less because every 30 minutes I'm taking a bong rip, right? Instead of savoring it, actually having it be like somewhat of like a session, you know, roll myself a nice doink, savor the doink, enjoy it. Same with the bubbler, I'm able to, you know, enjoy a little bit more. The taste, it's still smooth. I get much more taste. I get much more of like a hit almost. Like bubblers are like a pipe and they're smooth, but they hit like a pipe. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're going to throw a couple nice chunks of this black hash on top. It is black. Like this hash is very, very dark. So let's slap some chunks of hash on there. I'm probably going to do a couple little small snakes. All right, so I'm just going to grab a couple snakes here. Kind of curl them up. Make them a little bit skinnier so they burn a little nicer. And just slap that hash on top of the bowl. If you've ever been curious on how to smoke hash, doing it with this method, with like pinching off some little snakes and then throwing it on top of the bowl, really, really works well. Make sure you throw some flour on top of it as well to kind of help it burn. Make the little pieces nice and skinny so they burn well as well. But it doesn't matter too much. Like you can take a lighter to some hash, right? And then it like fluffs up a lot easier and it becomes a lot softer and a lot more like, you can just plop it on there. And I just plopped even more hash on the bowl, but you know what? Fuck it, man. That's what we're here for, is to have a nice little hash bowl and enjoy some of this Greasy black Afghan. So I'm gonna throw that on there. This stuff smells so good, man. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, I'm getting that strong, classic hash taste. That tastes delicious. It also smells delicious when it's burning. I'm getting like that oaky kind of ash. Like it's very like, I had some ash that was aged in an oak barrel, And this is kind of similar to that taste. You don't want to pull too hard when you're smoking on a bowl of hash, because the hash burns a lot slower than the flower does. And, you know, you'll pull it through or you won't actually get all of it. As you can see, it's still going, it's still burning. So we're just taking nice, slow, small sips at it. Wow, the flavor on that, man. I would definitely consider myself a hash head. Like, I've always loved hash. It's been like one of my favorite concentrates, I guess you could say, or favorite form of THC, marijuana, whatever you want to say. But like, if I could pick one thing, it would probably be hash, and I would just smoke hash because it's so fucking good. Always so stinky, sticky, and it just gets you nice and fucking smashed. Like, the average THC percentage of hash is about 40 to 45%, and it is always delicious. I just can't stop smelling this hash. Like, it smells so good, so strong. You can just tell by, like, you know, the taste, the texture, the color. Like, they really focused on making this like some old school dark black hash, because it's very dark in color. Sometimes you can see some stuff that's a little bit greener, but this stuff is very nice. So if you guys see, and you're a big hash head and you see the Greasy Afghan Black, if you're a big hash head and you see the Greasy Afghan Black out in one of your stores, I would highly recommend. Very delicious, and I like that it actually comes in a little jar, and none of it was stuck to anything. They just rolled up a nice little ball. They tossed it in there. It wasn't like, sometimes you get some hash and half of it's stuck to the fucking wax paper, half of it's stuck to the bag that it's in, and you can't even really get all of it. You know what I mean? Like, you lose, I feel like, a good chunk of it every time you put it back in there. So it's good to have it in a nice little glass jar. Maybe even keep it so you can toss your other hashes in there and stuff like that. But yeah, I highly recommend this stuff. This time we're going to do a little bit more fluffing action, right? And we're going to take the lighter to it just a little bit, and then just pinch off a piece just like that. And it makes it much more fluffier. You can just pinch it onto the bowl, spread out a little bit easier than it just being like flattened or rolled up, if that makes sense. Got a bunch of hash stuck to me fingers now. Enjoying some hash bowls, and I got a double. Fucking doesn't get much more Canadian than this, boys, does it? But yeah, this method, like I said, fluffs up the hash a little bit more rather than doing like the skinny snake methods. And I find that this also burns pretty nice and works really well. Cheers. With the hash on top of the flour and it all fluffed up, I find you don't even need to put another layer of flour to help it burn. And it still smokes amazingly. So I got a little piece placed down in the lid for you guys here. And we're just going to kind of give it a lighter test. Take the lighter to it and see how it bubbles up and how it looks. See, it bubbles up really nicely, and honestly, I feel like it would burn even better. But look at that, you can just, and then when it's burnt like that, see how easily it breaks apart and fluffs up like that. Absolutely beautiful, mate. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like, drop a comment, and all that to help out with the algorithm on YouTube. Check out my Instagram, join the Discord, follow me on Spotify. All the plugs, man, all the links will be down below or on my page on YouTube. I've got a new EP dropping on April 5th with like 6 songs on there for you guys. So I have a pre-save link as well that I'll put in the description. And if you want to pre-save it on Spotify or Apple Music, it will be much appreciated. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
I done messed up my own stone.